face on Mars has been photographed and sent back to us. In a minute, I'm going to show you an image of it. I'm going to ask you what your intuition tells you about this face on Mars. Hi, Truth Seekers. Good morning. Dennis Nappy II with Sixth Sense Media. I'm going to do a little experiment here because in the age of fake news, as exciting as something may seem, we need to learn to better rely on our own instincts and intuition to combat this fake news pandemic that's only going to get worse. So I'm going to show you this image now of this fascinating face on Mars. I want you to think for a moment, is this real? Now, the natural skeptic in us might immediately dismiss it. Yet the other side of us, the one that wants to believe in what's possible, may want to accept and say, yes, this is it. This is what we've been looking for. There's no denying this face here. I want you to think back. What was your immediate reaction? What did your gut tell you the second you read the headline, heard me say it, there's a face on Mars? What was that immediate emotional response? That's your intuition. What did it tell you? If it told you that this was a piece of fake news, you are correct. My apologies for deceiving you, but I thought it was a neat experiment to do. This is actually a sand sculpture that I made on the beach the other day with my children. Yes, kind of creepy thing to make with your children, right? But I just got in the zone, and this face actually, here's another plug, it represents a story that I share, an encounter that I share in my book, Food for the Archons. I saw something similar to that face and got inspired to recreate it in the sand. I didn't realize that sculpting was a good medium for me, a good art form to express these things, because I can't draw to save my life. But there's an interesting story about that encounter and that face that I get into in Food for the Archons. And if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you've pre-ordered your copy for just $7.99. It's coming out July 24th. Okay, enough of the plug, but that's important. And the reason why I'm saying that is because as truth seekers, we often find we have this burden of knowledge. We know something, or we suspect something, or we feel something. And the challenge with that is it's so incredibly lonely. I've spent the past 6 years writing this book, doing a weekly podcast, blogging about it, now I'm vlogging about it. I still feel like it falls on mostly deaf ears. And that's a frustrating thing, and it's a lonely journey. And the bigger challenge is that a lot of times as truth seekers, we come into information that we think is life-changing, world-changing, paradigm-shifting, if we could only get people to listen. Some of us go through a phase where, well, I got to wake people up. But that seems to just cause more arguments. How do you deal with that burden of knowledge? How do you deal with that frustration? I'm still trying to find a way. My hope is, I've connected with some of you through the podcast, and that has helped, and through the vlog. I hope that we can continue to have conversations about experiences we had. I mean, I just confessed to all of you that creepy face that I sculpted on the beach is something that I saw. Now, it was in a semi-dream state. Was it a dream? Was it something more? Well, if you read the book and you read my journey, you'll look at there's been a series of encounters and experiences that I've had that it makes it harder and harder to dismiss as just a dream or just my imagination. There's so much more to this world and this reality that can be scary at first, but it's also been an exciting adventure. And I hope that through reading my work and following my content, you can relate to this adventure and you can open up a little bit more and feel a little bit more comfortable saying, it's not just me. I know that's helped me so much as well. So I would love to hear your thoughts. How do you communicate with people that you care about, with the things that you're experiencing that may seem weird or out there? And how do you deal with the own questions that you have in your head? Me, I deal with all the time. Am I crazy? Did I make this up? Is this my imagination? How can this be real? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, I hate asking for it, but likes, comments, subscribes, and especially shares, it really helps with the channel. So you guys know what to do. You hear it from everybody, but there's a reason why, because to fight the algorithm, we got to work with the algorithm, and I need your help to do that. And lastly, again, another plug, Food for the Archons, I Am Human, Food for the Archons. Check it out, and don't forget to get your free ebook as well. sixthsensemedia.net/I Am Human for the free ebook, and to pre-order sixthsensemedia.net/Archons. All right, Truth Seekers, I'm Dennis Nappy II with Sixth Sense Media. Remember to never stop questioning, keep an open mind, let your intuition be your guide. Thanks for watching.